Hi Scrappy friends, big welcome to my channel today, the 26th of May on the final home stretch. I had a few of you ask, I'm just going to get straight into this, I had a few of you ask about how I do samples so I know what things look like, and so I've pulled out the ones that I reach to all the time that you may have even seen in some of my videos, and I'll quickly go through them for you so you can see what I've been using. This is probably the one that you have seen the most, and this guy is for all of my sprays. I might try something tricky, see if I can take some photos of my setup and put them in the corner for you. I don't know how people do that, but I might give it a go and see what I can work out for you. But this is literally all of the sprays that I own. Of course it is in rainbow order, right? I'll just show you the top one. So the color name and then the product. So blush, color shine, my goodness, sponge sugar, distress oxide, spritz. So sometimes there's more than 2 lines. So this is a spritz called Cotton Candy by Shimmers. It's just the way that it makes sense in my brain. It's a Starburst spray, Saltwater Taffy by Lindy's. So you get the hang of it, right? Starburst, Cotton Candy Pink, Lindy's.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
I'm sorry, Siri decided she wanted to talk to me. What you can see is I spray on these tags, which I got from my local office supply store. I got like 100 of them or something for not a great deal of money. And for the convenience, I just went, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I do need to buy some more. And yeah, they're just white. You can see that on the back. I've cut off the white string that comes on them. And when I get new products, I try to remember before I bust into them to sample them on these little tags. And like I said, I spray on there, and then I also use the nozzle from the bottle and do some splatters just to see what they look like. And you can see it's quite obvious on the distress ones and also on like these ones as well. But I've got those all like in every single color just about that I own. Actually, in saying that, I did a big order through Lindy's a couple months ago that I haven't sampled yet, but they're all up there in my shelving, so I need to get on that. What I have done, so obviously I've also got some white sprays, because we've all got white sprays that just quietly between you and I, most of them are not amazing. I have actually cut the same tags. Oh, no, I didn't cut the same tags. I used black gesso on them. So they do have a slightly different finish. You can see how that one is like the almost plastic finish because it's got the black gesso on there. But you can see I've done exactly the same thing here. I've sprayed it and then splattered it. Vibes Snow White by Shimmers. White Linen Dilutions. That's probably the best one. And then, so like I said, it's in Roy G. Biv order. And then I've got my browns. Because yes, I do have some browns. Greys. And then into my metallics. So Tinsel, Gold Color Shine. Isn't that pretty? That's a Starburst Squirt in Poutine Gold. So that is all of my sprays. You may have seen this one as well. This is my Nouveau drops. This handy little gadget. Safety pin, right? Because it's on a ring, I've just put the safety pin on here. Means I've always got access to it. It's quick and easy for me. I've sampled these in the different types of drops they are. So I've got my stone drops. I just do one little thing and then right next to it what the name of it is. And then the jewel drops. I think I have a couple more to add to this, I'm not sure. The glitter, the chalk. I really like how matte that is. And then the last one is the crystal drops. So obviously I'm going to need to, if I get more of the crystal drops, need another one. Could work on the back. These tags I think are from Kmart. I think you get 8 or 10 in a pack for a couple of dollars or something. But yeah, I know that for especially the crystal drops, I have to use my pin to clean out the nozzle. I've got these two little albums here. I had grand intentions that never happened, but you can see I've labelled them ink pads and Lindy's. My Lindy's stash has grown somewhat, and this is what I'm moving into kind of, but I'm going to keep my sprays in here in the other one as well. So I'll show you my ink pads first. I do need to do a little bit more organising in this one and tidying up, but you can see, how well can you see that? So this is the 4x4 We Are Memory Keepers albums with the little 4 pockets. And again, so I've just got them Hero Hues Unicorn, Hero Hues Unicorn. Obviously I'm stamping white onto craft and black for very obvious reasons. Ali Edwards Gold and Silver. And then you can see, so this one, I obviously hadn't cleaned my stamp particularly well, so it's got pink in it. So I just re-stamped it. VersaFine Onyx Black. And then so I've got my Stampin' Up ink pads here. So you can see I've got them again in rainbow order, Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, Pink Pirouette, Melon Mambo, all the way through. If you didn't know, I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I do love their products. They're very well made. But when you are your best customer and life circumstances change, i.e. you have children, you can't always maintain that. So yes, some more Stampin' Up, and then I've gone into my Archival. So that is these guys. Yeah, I've got all of those ones in the Archival. So then I've got the Distress Archival as well. That's these little ones. I did samples. I wanted to find a particular brown to work with a particular product. So instead of wasting time, essentially doubling my task, I did the samples so that I could work out which one I was going to use. You can see here, this is white cardstock, and then this is, I think that's the Vicky Bouton or the Marshmallow. You can see on the back I've done some more samples, but once I've got all of my samples done, obviously that'll get covered up. Distress Oxide, which I love my Distress Oxides. Again, in Roy G. Biv order, in the same order that they are in my ink holder. And I've got 4 across, so this is the top row. And again, what I've done is I've stamped, and then I've swiped my ink pad along the bottom. I've used a watercolour brush, so one of these guys, and just activated that a little bit. And then I've used this that I've activated. For some of them I've had to add some extra colour to my mat. And then I've just done a few splatters. I love that with the splatters you can see, obviously because I'm using water, you can see the colours, but you can also see the water effect that you get. So that's my Distress Oxides, and I think that they've all been sampled now. But I love the way that looks, it's so cool. This is my Pinkfresh Studio ink cubes. They are a premium dye ink. So I've done, looks like I've done neutrals at the beginning, and then I changed the way that I was stamping them. I got sick, I'll be honest, I got sick of cleaning my stamp. Too funny. But I do need to go back in and add this detail and the splatters so that I know what they look like. But you can see I've literally just got the ink pad and smushed it down for all of these from here on out. That's my neutrals. And then I think I'm in Roy G. Biv order again, yeah. And then that is labelled incorrectly. I need to get some more of these little sleeves, and I haven't sampled my stays on yet. But that's kind of where I'm at. It gives me a really good idea of what my ink pads look like on white cardstock that has not been gessoed. It takes me to my Lindy's one. I actually saw this idea, I think it was Natalie May. Make sure we're in screen here. I think it was Natalie May when she got some new colours. And you can see that I haven't done all of them. So this one's got 3. And I've got my 2 products here that I've used to do my samples. So this is the Lindy's Stamp Gang Starburst Spray in a bit of bubbly. And the Lindy's Magical a bit of bubbly, the powder. What I've done is used my paintbrush and sprinkled a little bit of powder on here. And then I have used what's on my paintbrush to activate a little bit of colour on my mat, and sprinkled a little bit of water onto what's on here. I hope that makes sense. So I've sprinkled some powder and then activated that with a little bit of water. The powder that's left over, I activate on my mat and do a little bit of watercolouring here. You can see better on this one how it's more saturated here and it fades out. And then down the bottom here, I've simply just sprayed that. Yeah? So this way I can see the different effects. Like you can see on this one, all those different colours that are in there. Depending how much water you add and move the water around depends on what happens to that colour. But that's another one. You can see the shimmer in that, blue Hawaiian blue. And I've put here blue Hawaiian blue, that's the colour. Magicals, Drink Me Silly. So that's from, these come in sets. Well, some of the ones that I bought came in sets, and this is the set name that they came in case I see some on special and want to buy more, then I can know straight away if I've got that set or not. But there you go. So that's a look at how I do my samples. All my pots of pretty colour. What I do when I get these is I either activate the colour, or if it's one of these shimmers that's already wet, I just get a little paintbrush and paint a little sample on the top there. You can see where some of them have leaked. I actually took Buddy's favourite colour with me to Queensland when I went, and he leaked everywhere. And then when I did an order, I think the Urban Amethyst leaked, so I've got the purple and here and here. So it has kind of gone a bit all over the place, but it does give me a really good idea of what the colour looks like when it is activated and used. This is the last one that I have samples for, and this was really easy because the numbers line up with here. And I literally, again, just activated a little bit of colour with a water brush and painted it on there. Nice and simple. So that's how I do my samples. It works for me. Let me know. How do you sample your stuff? Do you sample your stuff? You can always, keep an art journal for when you get new supplies and have a bit of a play. There are lots of different ways to do it, and I would love to see what you do for your samples so you know what colour to reach for. I'm also looking for some interesting ways to sample acrylic paint. So if you maybe have one or have seen a way that someone samples their acrylic paint in a way that you really like, let me know. Link it or something. I would love to see. I hope you have enjoyed this, and maybe if you're looking for some ideas on how you can sample your beautiful mixed media goodies and supplies, this will help you out. I hope you're enjoying my series, and I will be back again tomorrow with another share. I think tomorrow's is going to be an actual process video for you too. And then the day after, I will be sharing my Spiegel Mum Scraps second project. And I will just say rainbow, sequins, heart, so pretty. Have a fantastic day, and I shall see you again tomorrow.